Okay, so today is a sewing day. It's Wednesday, but yeah, I had dental work done this morning, and even though my jaw doesn't necessarily hurt, I'm like really tired and sleepy. So this may not be a very long video today, but I just wanted to remind you about a few things. The slow yarn crawl is, that's right, still ongoing. It's a long, slow crawl. So if you haven't yet made it out to the shop, that's okay. We are going to have some like open house hours, the 2nd through the 7th, I believe. I might be slightly off on that, of August, where Tina will just be open from noon until 6, so you can stop by and check out what we have available. Let's see, I was going to go downstairs and sew today, but then I decided that probably was not a great idea to be sewing on a machine since I feel so tired. And I don't know, like, I'm just really tired from the dental work, I guess, and like my jaw still kind of hurts, and yeah, so you're getting kind of a sleepy Kelly today. I tried to drink a coffee and I tried to take a nap, and Ina was like, "You can't have a nap, mommy," and so yeah, anyway, then I finally got her down for a nap, and then it was time to get ready for the video, so I just get really sleepy Kelly today. Anyway, slow yarn crawl, still ongoing, don't forget about that. Year of self-care, still ongoing, so make sure that you are posting about the year of self-care, and that you are doing so to Facebook and Instagram are really the two best places to do that, but you know, if you happen to do Twitter, I look there too. But anyway, all you have to do is tag Black Sheep Fiber Emporium. That's it. Post about something that you're working on, tag Black Sheep Fiber Emporium, and you are entered for our monthly contest. You can enter more than once too, each month, because you know, we're cool like that. So anyway, since I'm so sleepy, I decided not a good idea to do the sewing machine, and so I got out something where if I poke myself, hopefully I only do it once, and that is some embroidery. And I grabbed this one. This is the hanging plant from Kiriki Press, which is a cute little sampler, because I thought it would be kind of fun to work on this one. We do sell the Kiriki Press samplers, and they have some cute little dolls and things in our shop. We also sell needle minders. I happen to be a part of the sampler club, so I have the sampler club one. But we have some super cute needle minders from there, and we also sell the needle threaders. So if you're looking for something from Kiriki and you don't see it on the website, let me know. I can totally get that in. In fact, I will probably need to make an order sometime soon, at least in the next couple of months. But speaking of orders, we have a lot of pre-order things up on the website. So I don't know if you've been checking out the website lately, but I've been working on it. And I added a whole section in the books that is all about pre-order books. We have a whole bunch of books that we found that we want to order. One of them is a handy little pocket stitcher's reference for embroidery. And I do really like, I found this old encyclopedia of embroidery techniques, very inexpensive, at a secondhand store. And I do like this book, but it's a very large book, and it would be really nice to have just like a little pocket guide, because sometimes I just need to look something up really quick, and I don't always want to go watch a video. I don't always want to check my phone. Sometimes I just want a book, man, because what am I going to say? I really love books, like I really love books. So anyway, we have some great pre-order books that are up on the website. If you go and you pre-order, you actually get a discount off of the standard price of the book, and we will ship it just as soon as it comes in. It will come to you. I'm going to make that order probably Thursday or Friday at the very, very latest. So go do that now. And since we're talking about thread, I also am making an order from Sajou in France, and I am bringing in their Calais cocoon samplers, as well as their, what is their, Perla silk, one of the two, samplers. And then I went ahead and put the white and black silk threads. If you just want white or just black silk thread, I can get extra of that on the website. All pre-order, so again, it's on a discount because you're pre-ordering it, so you get the you have the advantage of saying, hey, yeah, I definitely want this, so I'll order it, we'll ship it out, you'll get a discount on it, and it'll come straight to you just as soon as I get it in from France. So again, I'm making that order like Friday night, Saturday morning. That way I can get it in time for an event that I'm doing in August over in Indiana. That's right. I'm gonna go visit my Lafayette lace makers and take all of my fun lace stuff to them. So I'm ordering in a bunch of books and I'm ordering in a bunch of thread just to go do that. And hi, Angelus. So if you weren't here earlier today, I had planned to do sewing, but I'm super sleepy because I had a cavity filled and my crown popped off, so they had to put another temporary crown on it because the new crown came back and it doesn't fit quite right. So anyway, all kinds of fun stuff here, but I'm just like super tired from the work that I had done this morning. So anyway, I thought instead of taking a chance and, you know, hurting myself on the sewing machine, perhaps I should do a little bit of embroidery instead. So I'm going to talk about how to set up your embroidery hoop, how to set up your floss, some important things like that today. And we'll talk about the Kiriki Press samplers and what I love about them. And remember, we can order all of these things in. If we don't have it already on the website, I can totally get it. You just have to let me know. So to start with, I am part of the sampler club, so I get all of these kind of before they become available to the general public because I do the sampler club. And I love Kiriki Press. I love her designs. I like that they're small, so they're small samplers. They're just a little something that I can get done in, you know, a few hours worth of work. It's not like, you know, a gigantic embroidery sampler, because right now I don't have time for that. It just isn't how my brain works at the moment. You know, I'm honestly, like, the kid is killing me. I am tired all the time, and I feel like it's completely unproductive always. Like every day, it doesn't matter how much or how little I get done, I just feel completely unproductive. But at least when I finish one of these, because they're nice and small, it does make me feel just a little bit better about, you know, everything going on. So, you know, full disclosure, I am part of the sampler club, so I get these ahead of time. And when I get them, they always come with some little extra thing. So yours will not have this raggedy edge down here when you get your sampler. Mine has the raggedy edge because I cut the extra fabric off with the extra thing on it. That way we could focus just on what you actually get in your kit. But what I love about these is that they come with a cute little color card in it, so you can see your stitches, you know what you're making. It comes with all of the thread that you need to make your item, and then it comes with the stamped fabric, so again, you know what you're doing. And then the way that she does her instructions is she has a website page that you go to and you download your instructions, and then you probably can't see this, but on here, let's see if we can get that. No, of course not. Hang on. See if I can blow up the let's see if I can get this. Maybe, can you see this? There! So I have a PDF, which I could print if I really wanted to, but I just kind of keep the PDF open. And it's the PDF of all of the instructions for the sampler. And so it's really nice because it doesn't matter which sampler you've purchased, you can go on and get your instructions and you can download them and take them with you wherever you want. So like I can put this on my phone, I can put this on my tablet, I can like actually print one and stick it in, you know, my bag and bring it with me. Whatever makes me happy. But I really like Kiriki Press. It's good quality fabric. It's, again, good quality printing, and the instructions are good too. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the instructions are good. So I decided that I was going to play with my happy little hanging plant sampler, and this one has unpadded satin stitch, tassel stitch, the knotted line stitch, half square knots or macrame, which are very similar to tatting, just throwing that out there, the arrowhead stitch, detached chain stitch, and whipped back stitch. So a lot of techniques. And what I like is that she has the little practice pieces here, and then she has the full sampler in the center, so you can practice all of your stitches on the outside and then do your full sampler in the middle, which is really nice. All right, so that's why I like Kiriki Press. You know, I like that they're small, I like that they're doable, I like that I feel as though I can finish them, although I do have an unfinished pumpkin one that I pulled out of my hoop so that I could put this one in instead. Alright, so let's talk about some best practice things. When you are using your hoop, if you wrap your hoop with twill tape, the inner hoop, then you're going to have a tighter drum. I don't know if you can hear that. Probably not, but it sounds like a little drum. And that is part of what you want. You don't want your fabric to be super tight, but you want it to be tight enough that it's easy to stitch through, so that it doesn't pucker and cause funkiness when you're using your embroidery needle. So I have just wrapped mine with twill tape and then sewn it down. I am using a nice hardwood hoop. I've wanted to bring these in, but we haven't done it yet. I don't know if we have enough embroiderers that like check out our website, but I really like these. Hardwood hoops because they feel awesome in my hand, and they're just nice. They're just really nice. They're so smooth compared to a lot of the cheap ones you can get out there. I know Tina prefers either metal or plastic, but I'm still a wood girl. I like these hardwood hoops. So anyway, when you are stitching, you do want to go ahead and keep this tight. When you are not stitching, you want to go ahead and release the tension on your hoop so that your fabric is not under tension. Like if you're just going away for 5 minutes, yeah, leave the tension on. But like overnight, or if you know you won't stitch on it for a few days, you want to undo the tension. It's no different than your spinning wheel. You want to drop the elastic drive band down, like on your Kromsky Sonata. Same idea here. You want to release the tension so that your fabric doesn't stretch funky and lose tension and you have issues. So that's just something to keep in mind. I like to wrap my inner hoop with twill tape, and then if you are not stitching on something, make sure that you release the tension, because you don't want this drum tension to sit for, you know, months. It can also distort the fabric if you leave it too long, and again, we're talking like months, not a few days. But just go ahead and release the tension. Now the other thing is you want to match your embroidery needle size. So I don't even know which one I have on here. I have a little tube of assorted 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm actually using the Tulip. We don't carry these on the website. I've wanted to, but Tulip's a Japanese company, and so I have to find the right supplier in order to get these. But I really like the Tulips. We have had the Olympus. Those are also nice. And then what's the other one that we have? John. Shoot. They're yellow and black. And can I think of it? No. No, Charlie. I don't want you jumping on my table. That's the cat. It's the outside cat. Go, like, find some mice to eat or take a nap in the shade. Don't you jump up here. Anyway, move that over and see if it prevents him. So, shoot. Can I think of what we sell that I like? No, of course not. Let me see if I have some in here. No, of course not. Oh well, anyway, we've got some really good needles that are listed on the website as well. So if you just go check out our embroidery section, you'll find them there. There's lots of good needles out there. Needles are a preference kind of thing, but you do have different sizes, 7, 8s, 9s, and 10s. Oh, thank you, Charlie. That was lovely. The 9s and 10s are thinner than the 7s and 8s, so if you happen to have a fabric that has a tighter weave, you'll want to use 9s and 10s because they're narrower. If you have a fabric that has a looser weave, then you can use 7s or 8s. It also depends on how many strands of floss you're using. If you're only using 1 or 2, then you'll want to use a little finer needle again versus a little thicker needle. So that's why the sizing of your embroidery needle is important. In addition to my embroidery needle, I also keep a little dab of beeswax in my bag, and I use this to condition my thread so that I don't end up with little pieces that fly away, and I also don't end up with knots as easily because I'm using my happy beeswax to make sure that my thread is nice and it's not frictionless, but you know, it's kind of frictionless. It's not exactly frictionless, but it helps. So when you are using your beeswax, all you want to do is just kind of gently press your floss into the wax and then pull it through. You don't want to like press it really tight. If you can, you know, see the white of your fingernail, you're holding it too tight. You just want to do it gently, kind of pull it through. And you do want to be careful if you've had this out in the sun or out where it's warmer. It is going to melt a little bit and you might put a little too much on your thread, so be careful with that. So that's something else that I like to keep. And then sharp scissors, make sure you always have sharp scissors. We actually carry these adorable little snips. I love them. They're super tiny. They have this little cover on them. But I love scissors. Like, I love scissors. So I end up with lots of scissors because I really love scissors. So anyway, those are some best practices. Wrapping your hoop, making sure that you take the tension off if you aren't stitching. Sizing your embroidery needle to your fabric to make sure that if you're using a tighter weave, again, you're using a narrower needle. Remembering to use your beeswax or your thread conditioner on your thread so that it glides more smoothly through your fabric. These are just all best practices, and it's also nice if you're doing a sampler to go through and practice the stitches around the outside edge if you haven't, you know, practiced them or done them before. Sometimes you'll get a sampler and it won't be set up like this. It won't have these little practice areas around it. Totally fine. Just grab another piece of fabric and practice your stitches before you get started. So anyway, I really love, again, the Kiriki Press stitch samplers. And anyway, when I get started on them, one of the things that I like to do is go ahead and you'll want to find whatever floss you're going to use, and all of your floss does come packed in the sampler kit. It just comes in a cute little kit, all your floss right in there. When you get ready to stitch, you'll want to make sure that you find whichever floss it is that you're starting with, and even if you're going to be using 6 strands of floss, it's good practice to go ahead and separate, it's hard to see that, but separate out each strand of floss and then bring them back together. And the reason that you want to do that for our embroidery here is that these are actually twisted together. They're like spun together, so they have twist added to them just like you would you know, on a spinning wheel. And so you'll want to separate those threads so that you can remove that twist and they lay nicely next to each other so that you can get a flatter stitch because they won't have the twist in it. Hopefully that makes sense. So anyway, there we go. Lays nice and flat because all of the strands are next to each other, and now you can also just pull out, you know, 1 strand, 2 strands, whatever. And these are already pre-cut. If you're buying floss, it will not be pre-cut to a nice length. This is like, I don't know, 18 inches, thereabouts, which is just a nice length. It's about half a yard. I try not to stitch with anything longer than about 24 inches, even though you can kind of pull that tail down and hold it down when it comes to my embroidery, because I find that it just knots too much. So, all right, what other best practices can I tell you? Don't be afraid to take your work out. Remember to practice your knotless beginnings, or you can, there's a couple of different ways that you can start your floss when you go to use it. So there's the waist knot, which she talks about. There's an away knot, which she talks about. There's anchor stitches. So there's lots of different ways that you can start your threads so that they don't show through on the front side. So anyway, it's always good to practice those as well. And I love samplers. Samplers are a great way to practice little stitches and play with them. When I get done with this one, I am actually thinking of sending it to a friend who really loves plants and sharing it with her because I think that she would really like this. So what I'm going to do when I get this all finished is I'll buy a hoop, and I will actually go ahead and take my fabric and like pull it to the inside and finish the back of my hoop, so that she has this like cute little wall hanging that she can, you know, toss on the wall. So anyway, that's my plan for this one. And I love samplers. I just love samplers, especially the Kiriki Press ones, because again, they are well written. All of your pieces are together in one little kit. They're easy to use. They're cute, and it's doable. It's doable all in one little package, because as we know, I don't have a ton of time anymore, thanks to Ina. Anyway, all right. So this was just sort of a tips and tricks kind of thing, because again, I'm really tired after that dental procedure this morning, and I'm not running on all my cylinders. But before I leave today, I want to remind you, I'm not here next week. I'll be back the week after. Next week, I am attending the International Organization of Lace Inc. Uncon 2.0, which is all online. But I have some classes that I'm doing, and I just decided it was going to be too hard to try to keep up with my videos with you guys while I was trying to do my conference too. So I'm taking a break next week, and I'm doing that during my conference. But I'll be back in August, so you can look for me then. And what will I be back with? We're going to be, I have a knit-along planned, and I also have the hand-spun, hand-woven, hand-spun, hand-dyed, now hand-woven rigid heddle project planned. So we'll be doing that as well next month. And I have gone ahead and put up a few of the events for next month, not all of them, but a few of them, so that you can put that in your plans. So go ahead and plan for that. So don't forget these important things. We have Slow Yarn Crawl, which is ongoing, so make sure you are participating there. We have the Year of Self-Care, which is ongoing, so don't forget you can participate there. Remember, this is July. July is all about Christmas in July, where you're going to make or buy something special for yourself, wrap it up, and give it to yourself at the end of the month. And I highly encourage you to have that with some cookies, or you know, wrap it up super pretty. I'll try to put some pictures up. Of my hand-spun, hand-knit sweater, so you can see that. And then make sure that you are tagging Black Sheep Fiber Emporium on your social media posts, so that we know that you are playing along with the Year of Self-Care. Tell your friends about it too, because we don't have a lot of people playing, so the potential prize pool is pretty good, I guess. You know, the odds are good. The odds are in your favor, because it's kind of small. Anyway, what else do I need to tell you guys? Oh yes, and don't forget to go check out all of those pre-order books and the pre-order threads that I have added to the website. Remember, I'm making that order Friday, 2 days. So I'm making that order in 2 days to get it in before my event next month in Indiana with my Lafayette Lace Makers. So I just want to make sure that if there's something that you want, that I get it. And we are going to order limited extras of books and things. So if there's something that you want, do please go ahead and pre-order it, so that we can make sure that that we get it in for you. And if you're watching this video and you make your order before midnight on July 23rd, 2021, if you use the code FREESHEEP, you will get free shipping on your books as well. So just throwing that out there. Anyway. And I have lots of fun stuff. Like there's the Shiko, there's the rigid heddle loom, that inventive weaving on a little loom. Inventive weaving on a little loom? Yeah, I think that's right. Which is my favorite of the rigid heddle books right now. We've got a ton of really cool Norwegian books up, both cables and color work. And what else did I put up? The Embroidery Pocket Guide, the Sashiko Pocket Guide. I don't know, I put up like 15 or 20 books. There's so many books, so many fun books. And then of course the fabulous Saju thread assortments as well, which are super nice. So, and again, I have that in cotton and I have it in the silk. I put both up because I'm going to order them. It'll be fabulous. And all of those, I think that you could use for bobbin lace, tatting. The cotton is more of a size 80. I think the silk is supposed to be a size 30. But yeah, super, super nice. Should be able to use both of those for tatting. Knotted lace, probably embroidery. I mean, some good stuff here, some really good stuff. So if you're looking for that kind of thing, or you know someone who is, please send them over to blacksheepfiberemporium.com to make a pre-order before Friday when I go and order everything. So I guess I'll make my order on Saturday. So you have until Friday night. You have until Friday night because I'll make my orders on Saturday to make sure I get everything in. So, all right. I will see you guys in August, since I'm skipping next week again because of the IOLI conference. But yeah, I'll see you in August. Until then, please do take care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, craftually. Please keep crafting, and I really want to see what you're making, so please tag Black Sheep Fiber Emporium with whatever you're working on so that I can see what you're making and enter you in our Year of Self-Care contest. So, until next time, see you guys later.